Hi everyone! Today I'm doing a tutorial for this look and I'm calling it Autumn Vamp because it feels very dramatic, very vampy, and very autumnal. And I wore the eye look in my August favorites and in my Sundays at Silver Lake first impressions video, and I decided that I wanted to film it. I think that it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely the kind of thing that you can wear either out to a bar and just like kind of hanging out and being cool, or you can wear it to like a really nice event and look polished and a little bit edgy. And I just absolutely love this look. It's quick and easy to do, and let me show you how to do it and stop rambling on. First things first, I'm going to start with the eyes, and I'm going to prime them using my Julep blank canvas primer. There we go, now you can see it. Using a fluffy brush, I'm going to go into my crease with a transition color, and I'm going to be using the shade from the Tarte palette. I've been using this palette for pretty much everything. Every crease shade that I have to do, I've been using this palette for. It's awesome, and I'm really happy that I bought it. Through the crease. Now, using a damp little tiny brush, this is actually a lip brush, I'm going to dip into Urban Decay's Diamond Dog. I am so utterly obsessed with this eyeshadow. It's so freaking beautiful. And most of the time I put it on with my finger, but since I am going to be bringing it kind of close to the inner corner of my eye, I find it really hard to get in there neatly. So I've been using this tiny little brush and it works quite well. And I'm going to start at the inner corner and just kind of pat down the product. And I'm going to leave the very center of my lid blank, but I am going to do kind of like a halo effect because I am going to bring this color into my crease. And we're going to go in with a fluffy brush and kind of clean everything up, so don't worry if it's a little bit messy. I really want to load up on the sparkle. And I look crazy right now. I'm just going to go in with a fluffy blending brush and attack this crease. Though, like, what did people do before blending brushes? I feel like I look a hot mess, and then I'm like, oh, blending brush to the rescue. And I just want to pack a little bit more sparkle on, so I am going in with my pinky and just kind of pat it down. Now, if you've closed up your little center area a bit too much, don't worry, the shadow that we're going to be using next is also quite potent, so it's going to be able to cover up a little bit, and you do want that gradient so that it doesn't look super harsh. Now I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in 892 Amber Rush. I love this color. I picked this color up ages ago, and it looks so pretty on all eye color. It's just that perfect kind of like coppery rose gold shade. It's just so freaking pretty. So taking my pinky and then just dab it right on the center, and like I said, kind of overlapping a little bit at those edges. I feel like this stuff it's so pigmented that you barely need like any of it. And I'm actually going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade now from the same palette. I'm going to go in with Best Friend. It looks really purpley on camera, but it is a little bit more brown in real life. And I'm not going to go in too harshly, just a little bit. Just to kind of deepen that up a little bit more. Now I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. It's just a black liquid liner with a friggin' awesome like calligraphy point to it. It's so perfect. And I'm gonna bring it far in. And I'm not gonna do a super duper thick line. I'm not gonna do a cat flick or anything. I feel like the eyeshadows can really stand alone because there is so much glitter that I just kind of want to define my lash line. And I always get a little bit thicker at the outer corner. Alright, so now I'm going to use my Tarte Gifted Mascara and I'm going to put on a couple of coats. So I did 2 more coats of mascara off camera because I'm a mascara fiend. And who needs to see me put on mascara for that long? Not you. Not you. So the next thing I'm going to do is work on my skin. So I'm going to zoom the camera out a bit and I'll see you in a second. So I've been a little attacked by spots lately. Don't really know what's going on. My skin's freaking out a little bit. Maybe it's because the weather's changing. My skin kind of tends to freak out when the weather is changing. Before I do that though, I am going to contour a little bit and pop on some blush. I'm going to be using this Little Baby Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced just as a contour. I'm not going to put it all over my whole face. I'm really just doing my cheekbones. And I'm going to use this little brush, get a tiny bit on there, and contour. I like using one side of the brush to contour, kind of using this side to contour with, have the powder there, and then flipping it over and using the other side to blend it out. I find that that helps a lot and just kind of helps create a little bit more of a natural looking contour. I have relatively okay cheekbones, but I like giving them a little boost, especially in the fall time. I feel like that's when everything gets vampy and very exaggerated. Summertime is for like carefree, cutesy, and then fall is for vampy, sexy, sophisticated, amazing looking. I'm going to take the same brush and go in with my Rimmel Natural bronzer, which has been beaten up to high heaven, holy cow, in sunlight. And I'm just going to take a little bit and kind of warm up my face. Go from the temples up to my hairline, make my hair go crazy. Since this is a dark eye look and a dark lip look, I don't want to go full on like vampire. It is definitely a vamp look, but I don't want to be vampire with my pale skin and just look friggin' crazy and scary and Halloweeny. So I'm going to take a little around my forehead and a little down the bridge of my nose. And so now I'm going to take my Real Techniques blush brush and I'm going to take the shade Quickie from the Urban Decay Anarchy Face Case, and it is this shade right here, which I think is absolutely gorgeous for fall, and it kind of helps with the sculpting. And it's very potent, so it looks like I just put on a theater major's worth of blush, but it will kind of tone down a bit and settle into the skin. And I do like blush. You don't need much of this at all, as you can see. But I kind of start from like my cheekbones from the back and then kind of work my way forward, swirling the blush around, like really concentrating most of the blush kind of further back. This is going to give your face a little bit more of a sculpted appearance, and then I like to just blend it in. Now, the fun task of covering up all my little tiny injuries. So I'm using this Sonia Kashuk smudging brush. It is a very teeny tiny brush. And I'm using the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW20 and just kind of going over everything. I'm going to just do like a little funny line right down the center of my nose. Kind of spread it out. Just to highlight the center of my nosy. And now, like for the ones on my chin, I tend to take just some on my finger and pat it in. I also have a little bit of redness on my chin, so I just find it easier to just kind of get the whole area done. I've been getting a lot of breakouts like right around here lately. I don't know why, especially right here. If you saw my Emma Watson tutorial I did like a month ago, I had that same little spot, and I don't know if it's a rash or like what the frig is going on, but something weird is going on right there with my skin, and it's kind of super obnoxious. It's not even like just a rash, it's like a rash with little tiny blemishes. So I don't know, maybe it's my skin's way of saying like, did you not put makeup on me all the time? So maybe I should stop it. Probably what my skin is trying to tell me. Alright, skin is done. Now I'm gonna do brows. First I'm going to brush through my brows. And my brows have been pretty good to me lately. They haven't been too sparse, they've been looking pretty nice, pretty happy. And I've been using actually a new brow product lately that I've absolutely fallen in love with. It's the Maybelline Brow Define and Fill Duo, and it's in Auburn. Do you know how hard it is to find drugstore brow products that come in Auburn or any shade of red? And it has this little like waxy tiny nubby pencil, very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And then it has this little like sponge on the other end, and there's powder in here. It's just, oh, I love it. I love it so much. It's really cool. The pencil is very, very waxy, so you do have to work like a little bit hard to get it to go on, but then it doesn't come off, which is amazing. So I'm pretty much just going to take the pencil. Oh my god, my phone is like blowing up. I'm just gonna take the pencil and fill in the tails of my brows, because they're a little weaker than I like. I like a strong tail. My brow, you know. Not quite Audrey Hepburn, but getting there. And then with the pencil, I'm just going to kind of fill in any sparse places toward the back. And the only downfall to the pencil being really waxy is it does kind of pull out some of your little tiny baby brow hairs. but as long as they're not important brow hairs, I don't mind. And I'm going to brush that through. Just kind of get it to calm down a little bit. And now I'm going to go in with the powder, especially in the front of my brows. I find that I really like how the powder looks. It's a little bit softer. And on days where I'm really just kind of running out the door, but I want something for my brows, I'll just use the powder and it looks really, really nice. So, put the powder in there. And I'm going to put the powder throughout my entire brow. Another nice thing about the pencil being waxy is that the powder kind of sticks to where the pencil was. Now it's done! I am going to highlight just a little bit under my brow, and I'm going to go in with the Anarchy base case again, and I'm going to use the highlighter, which is called Craze. Right here is a pretty golden highlight. And I like using a fluffy brush to do my highlighter. So I'm taking a clean one, not the one that I use to do my crease, because that one is filled with glitter. Clean-ish one that I haven't used today. And I'm going to grab that and just sweep it. That is so pretty. It took me a really long time to use this highlighter. Like, I just thought, oh, maybe it's a little too goldeny, like, I'm very fair, is it even gonna work? Oh, darling, it works. I love it. This highlighter is awesome. So now I'm just going to deal with my little under eye circles, and I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind kind of treatment concealer thing, but I got the illuminating one. I didn't get a colored one because I do really like my matte concealer for under my eyes, but I felt like I just wanted something a little bit more illuminating. And this is the first time I'm using it, so first impressions at the same time. And I just want to put that where it's the darkest. That's nice. I'm going to take a little bit of that down the nose. Just a little bit. And on my Cupid's bow. Very nice. Ooh, I like this. I'll be keeping this one. And then I'm going to take my fingers again because I love using my fingers for my makeup. And I'm going to use the same matte concealer that I used on my blemishes, which this one needs to be blended out. Cool. And I am going to put that under my eyes. I'm going to bring it kind of in an upside down triangle. So out to there, into there, down this side of my nose, just so that it blends in a little bit better. And I'm going to put a little bit under my nose. So get a little bit of redness there, and I don't like it. Nobody likes the redness. Always happens in the winter. Get red there and the area gets very itchy for me. So that kind of fun. And this is also where if you got a little too overzealous with the dark eyeshadow in the inner corner, the concealer will cover it right up. And now I'm going to go in with that same highlighter shade and the brush that I used for my bronzer and highlight my cheekbones. And now we're going back onto the eyes, so I'm going to leave it. And now we're going to be working on the lower lash line. So I'm going to take a floofy brush and I'm going to go in with Natural Beauty. And I'm going to smudge this out quite low. Just blend it out, not necessarily smudge it out. So I'm going right down to the crease. I'm kind of like connecting it to that outer corner, outer eye. And get a little blend half and go back in and blend stuff out. And now we're going back in with our tiny little brush and Diamond Dog. And we don't want to take a ton of this onto the little brush. Just enough. And we're going to kind of mimic what we did on the lid. So I'm going to keep a space in the middle open. So I'm going to run this on the lash line. Not too heavy. We don't want to go too crazy with it on the lower lash line so that it doesn't look too nuts. And then I'm going to go inner corner a little bit. Not too much. And now going in with Amber brush. I'm putting it right in the middle. Really just kind of brings a light to the eyes. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes Intense in Bronze and line my waterline just about halfway. Maybe a little more than halfway. And then I'm just going to kind of dot it right where my lashes are, just to kind of blend it in so that it isn't that weird line in your waterline. I am going to use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I use black brown just because I feel like it's not as intense as black, the lower lashes, and I think it just looks a little prettier. I'm gonna load up my bottom lashes. Now onto the lip. I am using the NYX Butter Lipstick in Licorice. And this is such a beautiful shade for fall. It's a little bit like shimmery, but you don't really see it that much on the lip. But I just think it's so gorgeous. And this is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below how excited you are for fall makeup. Like, I love makeup in the fall time and in the winter time. I just feel like it can go so much bolder, so much more intense. And I don't know, just like pull out all the bells and whistles and glitter and dark lipstick and bold brows that I feel like it. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time.